Hey y'all, I just wanted to give you the solution to assignment number 1. So I've got assignment number 1 over here on the right hand side, and I've got the website that we need to complete it on the left. So the first thing I want to do is I want to save as, and I'm going to put it in a location that I know where it is, and I'm going to say assignment 1, and I'm going to assign it with my last name in front of assignment 1 and then just leave assignment 1. This is going to allow me to just submit it directly from where I saved it. Okay, so now in part A, go to the website and click close when you get to the little window, which I already did. So we're going to find the gate on the left that matches the 3 operations below. I drew a screenshot of what the gate looks like and then explain what the gate does. So the first one we need is an AND. So I'm going to look over here, and there's 2 different ways that you can accept it. I would accept a picture of just this by itself, or a hand-drawn picture of this by itself, or if you want to go ahead and put the light bulb and then toggle switch, that is fine. Now, in order to get the picture that I want, I am going to hit my Windows, because I have a Windows machine, and I'm going to use the snipping tool. I'm going to say New. I'm going to create a box around that, hit Copy, come into my Word document, and then click Control V for Paste. It's as easy as that. Okay, let's get our 3 pictures and then we'll do the explanations. So I've got my AND, let's look for my OR. So here's my OR gate. Let's go ahead and pull that one over. Let's take a snippet. My snipping tool is still on my desktop, so I'm just going to go ahead and click New. And again, click around the one I want, hit the Copy button, come over to my Word, hit Paste. Control V. Last but not least, we have the knot, so let's go back over. The knot is right here, so I'm going to pull it over. I can come over to my snipping tool, hit New, take a snippet of it, do Copy, and this time I'm going to click in the box, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to say Paste as a picture. So you can do it either way works. Okay, so now let's describe how it works. So an AND is going to compare 2 inputs, and if both are 1 or true, then the output is true. Oops, if I can spell. Here or 1. Okay, that's really all that's necessary. And the same thing here is going to compare 2 inputs. If either bit or both bits have a 1, the output is a 1. Otherwise, output is a 0. Okay, easy as that. As for the knot is going to change the output from a 0 to a 1 and from a 1 to a 0. That's it. That's all you have to really say about all of those 3. Okay. Here it just gave you some information if you want to try and play what the gates do and the bubbles do. It just gave you a little bit more additional information. Okay, let's go ahead and scroll down to part B. If I could spell, I'd be dangerous. Okay, I would go ahead and click the Save button after you do part A, because now you're not going to lose any of your work that you answered up at the top. But let's go ahead and move on to part B. What I want to do, I'm going to get rid of all my gates, so I highlight them all and I can just hit the delete button and they all go away. So, in our program, we're going to use toggle switches as A, B, and C. So let's put a toggle switch here as A toggle switch here as B, and a toggle switch here as C. In order to label them, because some people had issues finding the labels, if on this left-hand side, if you scroll all the way down, there is a label. It says right here, and it just says text. I can drag and drop it just like I do all the other items. I can click on it, and here say A, click in it, say B, and click in it and say C. Now my 3 toggles are set up, and it's going to have a single light bulb as the final output. So let's scroll back up, let's find our light bulb, and we'll just drag it and put it there. Now what we want to create is a logic gate picture of this expression here, okay? There is a hint to create your OR first, then the output of the OR becomes the input of the AND, and then the other input of the AND is going to be the output of the NOT. Okay, so we've got 3 gates here. I need an OR, I need an AND, and I need a NOT. So let's go ahead and just put them on our desk, and we can move them around as we need to. So the first one that we need is going to be an OR, so let me find an OR gate over here and drag and drop. Then I'm going to need an AND, and then I'm going to need a NOT. So I've got all 3 of them drug onto my desktop here. Okay, so let's create the OR first. So A or B. So A goes to the OR and the B goes to the OR. So that gives me an A or B. That's going to be the output coming here. Okay. Now, from my hint, I say the output of the OR becomes the input of the AND. Okay. Now, I still have this NOT, so what's going to go into this AND is going to be a NOT C. So in order to make a NOT C, I can say C NOT, and then it becomes a NOT C. And then I connect my output to my light bulb. Okay. So when I've got all 3 switches on, the light is off, and then when I turn C off, the light bulb goes on. Now, can't forget, it says draw the logic gate, so I'm going to go ahead and take my snipping tool, again, click on the new. I am going to snip my gate, copy, and I'm going to paste it here. Okay, now I can go back and finish my table. So on, off, on, that gives me off. On, off, off gives me on. Off, on, so off, on, that gives the light bulb is off. Off, on, off, the bulb is now on. Off, on, it's an off. And all 3 of them off, the bulb is off. Again, that's all that's needed for B, so go ahead and save. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to C. Again, we're doing the same thing. There just was not as much information on it, so we can kind of work through it. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the gates that are here. I do need A, B, and C, so I'm keeping A, B, and C. So George Boole was a British mathematician who invented a kind of mathematics called Boolean algebra. It uses the value of true and false to represent on and off. A table of all possible outputs of the variables is called a truth table. So in this assignment, we want to create the logic gate, put the picture, and then complete the truth table on the right. So we're going to create a logic gate picture of not A or B and C. So let's go ahead and put our gates up there. I need a not, I need an or, because I have A or B, and then I need an and for and C. Okay. Now the first thing that is in parentheses, let's start with the parentheses A or B. So let's put my or and do and, connect the and to the or. A or B, that gives us that. And then that is going to go into a not. Okay. That is going to take care of this first part right here. A or B, you're going to have to not the A or B. Okay, so not the A or B. And then all of that is going to go to the and with the C. And then connect it to my light bulb. Again, you can make them look a little bit better if possible. So let's see, I have on, and on. My output is going to be off, which in this case, we're going to say false. Okay, true, true, false. Oh, we're still off. True, false, true. We're still off. True, false, false is off. False, true, true. We're still off. False, true, false. I'm still off. False, false, true. I'm on. That's a true. And then all falses is a false. Now again, don't forget to put the picture, so I'm going to come back to my snipping tool, hit the new, grab my screenshot, click on copy, and put that picture here. Okay, that's done. My truth table is now completely filled out, and here is my graphic of my logic gates. I'm going to go ahead and hit the save button once again. Last but not least, let's go ahead and work through part D. Okay, we want to, let's get rid of all of those insides. What it wants us to do is recreate what is on here, and actually that's a true, that's on there, so typo, my apologies. But let's go ahead and recreate what's here. So we've got A, B, and C, we've got an AND, so let's connect A and B with an AND. We've got a NOT, so let's connect our C to the NOT, and then we've got an OR up here. And we connect the outputs to the OR. Let's make our output go to our light bulb. Now, the part that a lot of people missed right here was this part right here where it actually says write the equivalent Boolean expression. So we need to actually figure out what this is. So we have A, B, and C. And so we've got an AND, right? So let's say A and B. Okay. And then we have an OR. And what's going into the OR? A NOT C. Okay. So that's the equivalent Boolean expression. Now looking again at the truth table, we have to do this one as true and falses. So let's see, let's turn everybody on, and it gives us a true. True, true, false is going to give us a true. Oops, that's not a T. True. True, false. True is going to give us a false. True, false, false is going to give us a true. False, true, true is going to give us a false. False, true, false is going to give us a true. False, false, true is going to give us a false. And all falses is going to give us a true. Again, hit that save button and you're all complete. Go ahead and you can submit that. So hopefully going through and walking through this assignment 1 has helped you understand and figure out where you went wrong.